bring on the round of applause as well. Thank you very much. Oh, you're so kind. What a lovely audience. Thank you very much. Thank you. The audience love me so much, they really, really do. That was my wonderful round of applause to me. They do it every single day. And by the way, they're not an actual audience. I'm going to be honest with you, that's not an actual audience, okay? It's just a recorded audience that is actually on my radio thing. It's just a recorded audience. To let you know, we haven't actually got an audience in the studio, and we never have done. We've never actually had an audience in the studio. Well, the studio is very tiny. We couldn't get an audience in here, so we thought we'd just make an audience up and make our own audience up and see what that's like. Hello, morning everybody. Welcome to the show. Yes, it is Wednesday. It is the 2nd of December. Oh, I know. 2 days into December already, which must mean there's 25 days to go till Boxing Day. Because yesterday was 25 days. Today must mean it's 26. So it's actually 24 days to go till Christmas Day, this very, very day. See? Things I know. See, I know everything. Absolutely everything. So it is 24 days this very, very day. And hopefully, I must remind you every single day, please open up your Christmas calendars, which I completely forgot to do today. I forgot to do it today. Actually, I'll do it now on live on air. Yeah, I'll do it now. Okay, so where are we? We're on, I think it's December the 2nd today, isn't it? Oh, let's put, we haven't got a Christmas jingle, have we? Have we got a Christmas jingle? Let me find a Christmas jingle. We have got a Christmas jingle. Here, I'll put a Christmas song on while I try and have a look for a little bit of background. Was what I'm actually looking for. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter. Right, let me see if I can find my Christmas one today. So we're on number 2. So yesterday was the first. I opened up the first, but like I said yesterday, what happened when I opened it for the first time, and everything came bursting out. So we're on number 2. Here we go. I've got number 2. Number 2 is there's nothing there. There was something there when I checked it last night. Hang on a minute. Oh, it was. Where's it all gone? Oh, here we go. I had it, and I can't find it. It's somewhere. Come on. Here, I've got one. Here. Right. Hang on. It's here somewhere. Hang on. Got it. Right. Chocolate number 2. It's a Green and Black's milk chocolate. Ooh, yes, I know. Number 2. So let's try it and see what it actually tastes like. I mean, I've never actually done this on air before, so I'm going to actually open a chocolate up live on air and eat it and tell you what my second chocolate is actually like. It's only a milk bar from Green and Black's, because they are the ones. We've chosen Green and Blacks this year as my Christmas calendar. You can get it in Debenhams, that Christmas calendar, or you can now because it's only just reopened back up. So I'm going to try this because I've had this billions of times. I know you can't see me, but I am actually going to try it live on air. And it's really, really good. Really, really good. Got chocolate for breakfast? No. But of course, Christmas is coming. So we have to eat chocolate every day now for the next 24 days. And to be honest, it's really, really good. I think. Really, really good. I'll leave that to one side for now. Okay. So, we're going to talk about. Hang on a minute. Let me eat this. That's it. Okay. So, moving on. Because we've got to talk about what we've got coming up on the show today. Now, we're going to be talking about the briefing. And because from today, they're talking about everything opening back up. So we're going to talk about what it's going to be like. We've got the vaccine briefings, which has begun from today. And just an update, really, about what's going on at the moment. And we're also going to be talking about the tier system, which starts from today. I mean, lockdown may be over, but there is a tier system now. So we are going to talk about that on the show. We're also going to be covering, I think we're also going to be covering the National Days as well, because it is Nut Day today. I know, it's also Package Protection Day as well, and I hear St Nicholas Day is a couple of days away as well, so we'll try and cover that sometime this week as well. And we are going to be here tomorrow. I am going to be here tomorrow. Yes, I am. That is true. I'm here tomorrow as well. So, yeah, so that's all the news. That's what we've got coming up today. So let's kickstart with talking about what is in the news today. Okay, so there is, okay, and we are going to kickstart with talking about it because I've jumped ahead of myself. I've gone off track on talking about something else. So now we are going to talk about this in the news today because the wonderful world of news is saying that there's going to be a vaccine after Christmas, and we are going to. Everyone's happy. But what I do want to talk about is, do we know if it's safe or not? Now, is it the first and the most important question scientists do ask when they do start designing and testing new vaccine or treatment? Well, to be honest with you, they say that safety trials begin in a lab, and we all know that anyway. I mean, I get all my news from a news channel, and I read it all up. Okay, and it's researching on cells and animals before moving to human studies. Now, the principle is to start, well, a small and only ever move on this next stage, okay, and that is it. That's just what they are trying to talk about, and it's as long and safety data, which is also from a lab, which is good, and scientists can also check that the vaccine or treatment is effective too, and it does involve tests on large numbers of volunteers, and all of the work and findings are checked. Okay, they're all checked anyway, so it's absolutely fine, and it's verified independently. And it's a vaccine trial, and it has happened, okay? And it's happened in this very country, and everyone knows that it has happened right here. Now, it's also a proof that while only being given for a vaccine, the government regulator, which is the Medicines and Healthcare Products, the regulatory agency of MHRA, is happy that it's both safe and effective, okay? I mean, Christmas may be coming, but you know, there's lots to talk about between now and then because it's getting really serious at this very moment. I mean, I was really surprised when I heard that Kent is one of the highest peaks in this very country. Now, we're all expecting a Downing Street briefing this very day, and I heard it's supposed to be on about this sort of time, 10 past 10, I think, ish, which is around about coming up to that time-ish now. So they could be one in about 2 minutes' time. Now, they have voted, okay, they're in the United Nations. France has said it will carry out random checks, and Poland has become the 13th country in the world to suppose 1 million confirmed cases of COVID. And in the US, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has said that it will shorten the recommended length of quarantine after exposure to someone who is positive with corona. Okay, so someone has asked the question, how would I get coronavirus vaccine? Now, we haven't actually covered this yet on this very show, but I am going to say to you where you can actually get it from, because it will mainly depend on how old you are, because, of course, with the elderly, they've all got to go first, the over 80s, of course, and then they're also saying that youngsters will go last, but the first is got to be elderly first, because they're all vulnerable and old age pensioners, and old age pensioners should go first. So they're saying that pensioners should go first. Now, everyone's wondering, the question that everyone's asking is, okay, is when is it all going to end? When is this tears and all that going to end? No one really knows, to be honest with you, when it's going to end. I mean, it could end next summer. No one knows. I mean, it could be here for good, if you know what I mean. I mean, it could be here forever and ever and ever. Do you know what I mean? But away from the vaccine, though, because the other main story in England is when is it all going to end? And when is the tier system going to be gone? When is it all going to be gone? Because the new system, which is tougher, and I mean, we're in our area, we're in tier 2. So, I mean, we've gone up into tier 2. But I've actually got the actual tiers. And I also heard that the safest place to be at this very moment is Cornwall and the Isle of Wight, because apparently it's not over there, but who knows? But here we go. I've got everything here, because the government has said to move would help safeguard the plans made during the past month. Now, more than 55 million people are in strictest 2 tiers and cannot mix indoors. But is that true? Is that right? Non-essential shops and other businesses can open from this very day. I mean, my sister's, where she works in Hertford, they booked all their people in tomorrow because they thought that they were coming back on the Thursday, but it wasn't. They was actually coming back this very day. A lot of people were actually coming back today, but they thought they were coming back on the Thursday. So, so they basically got it all wrong. So, they're going back in tomorrow because they didn't book anyone in today. So, there we go. So, hairdressers and restaurants, restaurants can open as well, but they've got to reopen in Tier 1 and Tier 2 areas. I've actually got the actual Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 listen to this. A Tier 1 in medium, because we haven't actually covered what's in the tiers at this very moment. So, in Tier 1, which is the lowest, Tier 1's the lowest. Am I right? Is Tier 1 the lowest? It is the lowest. Tier 1 is this very lowest. Now, the rule of 6 is meeting, okay? Is if meeting indoors or outdoors. Pubs and restaurants can actually shut at 11 o'clock from tonight. But people are encouraged to minimise travel and work from home where possible. Now, spectators do allow any sporting events and live performances, and personal care does also include hairdressers, which are allowed as well. Now, in Tier 2, they're saying that no household can be mixing indoors. The rule of 6 will also apply outdoors, and pubs and restaurants have to shut at 11 o'clock. And spectators are allowed at sport events and live performances. And personal care does also include hairdressing as well. So it's basically just the same as Tier 1, but with a little bit of a twist. So, that is Tier 1, basically, with a twist, as I just said. Right, now, the very high one, which is basically up north and all up there. So, no household mixing in indoors or outdoors, even in hospitality venues or private gardens. Rule of 6 applies in outdoor public space like parks, pubs, restaurants have to be closed except for deliveries and takeaway, and indoor entertainment venues are closed. Guidance is against travelling in and out of the area, and personal care, including hairdressers, are also are allowed. Now, yesterday, okay, I heard that Matt Hancock got a bit emotional, apparently, because he was talking about his grandfather who had COVID. And we're going to talk about that now because there is going to be a vaccine, as we all know. And on Good Morning Britain, Piers Morgan. Now, I love Piers Morgan. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I adore him very, very much. He said that he was very good about what he was saying in that press conference. So, well done to him. So, for that, and he because he spoke about his grandfather, which I thought was very emotional for him. And it was very good for him to actually talk about that. So, well done to him. But he said that Piers Morgan said, "I'll take it with you." That's what Matt Hancock said. He said, "I'll take it with you." Is what Matt Hancock said. And Piers Morgan suggested to the Health Secretary one way to do that would be get vaccinated live on television, which I think is a very good idea. I think TV shows like Good Morning Britain and This Morning and all them, they should all get vaccinated, because I think that's a very good thing to do. Now, let's actually press on a little bit, because people actually want to know how this vaccine does work. Because I just want to cover how it does work, because it is the new type called mRNA that uses a tiny fragment of genetic code from this pandemic virus to teach the body how to fight COVID-19 is to build the immunity. Now, let's talk about one more thing then, because I want to talk about Austria, okay, because it's all around Europe. Austria's government is going to be deciding today, this very day, how to allow shops and schools to reopen when lockdown ends in Austria next week, and all teachers will be tested as part of a national mass testing programme. It's also younger secondary pupils which will be allowed back with masks. Hotels, bars, leisure facilities will have to remain closed. But ski resorts could be allowed to open before Christmas for locals, and day visitors can be allowed as well. Meanwhile, in France and Switzerland, France does want to ban its citizens from going on ski holidays. Now, in Switzerland, it is keeping its resorts open. President Emmanuel Macron wants to avoid creating an ambivalence with ski resorts in France that are being kept shut. Ski resorts will also stay shut in Italy until January next year. January is only next month, would you believe? But Italians will have to stay in their local area over Christmas and New Year, and by 9 o'clock, okay, on that very day. But it's a curfew which will stay in place throughout this very month. But restaurants will stay open, including at Christmas.